Calling all peanut butter lovers, if you love peanut butter, then I have this recipe for you that you are going to love. It is a peanut butter icebox cake. It's no bake. It has peanut butter cookies, peanut butter pudding, Reese's Pieces. It's a peanut butter lover's dream, and it's no bake, so it's perfect for summer and potlucks or anytime you just don't feel like baking, but you feel like heaven. Make this recipe. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Hey everyone, it's Dorothy with crazyforcrust.com and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm showing you how to make one of my most popular no-bake recipes, a peanut butter icebox cake. Say that 5 times fast. Now an icebox cake is basically a no-bake cake, and it's not really cake at all. What it is it's made with cookies and then layers of pudding, whipped cream, or different things. And when it sits in the refrigerator to like all meld together, the flavors, the cookies get kind of soft, making them almost cake-like. And that's where it got its name. It's an icebox cake. Icebox is an old name for a refrigerator. That's what my Nana used to call it, is the icebox. And so you would make the cake, put it in the refrigerator, let it sit, and you have a no-bake cake that's perfect for summertime. For more delicious desserts and easy recipes, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now let's get in the kitchen. This makes an 8 by 8 inch pan. You could definitely double it for an 9 by 13 if you're feeding a crowd. And when it comes to the cookies, we want to make sure, now if you're using graham crackers or something like that, in this, graham crackers soften pretty easily. Vanilla wafers and graham crackers soften pretty easily when they come in contact with like pudding or whipped cream once they set in the refrigerator. Things like Oreos, Nutter Butters, sandwich cookies that are a little bit thicker like this, they're not gonna soften as much as a graham cracker would. So we're gonna give them a nice head start by dipping each cookie in milk before we get ready to layer them in the pan. Now this recipe starts with Nutter Butters. That's the cake portion, is the cookie that I'm using. Now it's a sandwich cookie. A Nutter Butter is a peanut butter sandwich cookie. And I'm actually using the generic version of the Nutter Butters because the round Nutter Butters are normally a peanut shape. You can use any sandwich cookies that you want. You could use Oreos, peanut butter Oreos, any flavor of Oreos that would go with peanut butter, or you could Nutter Butters, or if you don't have Nutter Butters where you live, you can find any kind of sandwich cookie that you want. You could even use like Chips Ahoy or chocolate chip cookies in this, or even graham crackers. Anything works. It all is gonna taste delicious. After layering the cookies in the bottom of the pan, breaking to fit as needed, add a box, one 3.4 ounce box of instant vanilla or cheesecake pudding mix to a large bowl, and add 1 1/4 cups of milk. You can use whole milk or non-fat, and whisk that together until it's set. Then whisk in 1/2 cup of peanut butter until it's nice and smooth. Then add in 8 ounces, 1 small container of Cool Whip, and whisk that together until it's all combined. Now I get a lot of questions on my site about using whipped topping. Can I use fresh whipped cream? And yes, you can use fresh whipped cream for this, but I don't necessarily recommend it. For desserts like these, especially ones that are gonna sit for a few hours or maybe even overnight in the refrigerator before you eat them, whipped cream tends to weep after time. And so whipped topping is just much more stable. You can even freeze this because of the whipped topping. So I highly recommend just going with the whipped topping. The one thing I love about Cool Whip, Cool Whip is the major brand, but there are lots of different brands of it, is you can use any kind that you want. You can use the full fat, low fat, fat-free, sugar-free, extra creamy, whatever you have, whatever you find. But I highly recommend using whipped topping for this. If you really want to use fresh whipped cream, you can use 3 cups of fresh whipped cream. Now this is a layered dessert, like a dream dessert or a lush or a lasagna or whatever you want to call it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a layer of cookies, and then we're going to put on a layer of that peanut butter pudding, and then another layer of cookies, and then another layer of peanut butter pudding. Then add 1 last layer of cookies. And then you're gonna top it all with the rest of that whipped topping. And then for the top, I like to add Reese's Pieces. You could even use some cookie crumbs or some chopped peanuts or peanut butter cups or whatever you like for the top for decoration. Now you're gonna chill that to let it sit. You need to have those cookies. We dip them in milk to get them going to start to soften, but we need to let them soak in that pudding mixture to let it get nice and soft so it's more like cake, like an icebox cake. So you're gonna wanna let it soften in the refrigerator for several hours before serving. So this is great to make ahead. You can even make it the day before. Once it's chilled, it's ready to serve. You can just slice this and serve it. A little goes a long way, although I dare you to just have one piece, because literally I could take a fork to the pan and eat the entire thing, but then I remind myself how many Nutter Butters I'm eating in one sitting. Okay, so you're gonna totally love this. It's gonna be your go-to dessert for summer if you're a peanut butter lover. Leave me a comment and let me know what will you sprinkle on top, and keep watching for even more dessert recipes.